I'm Jane, and today we're going to be talking about language barriers.
Yes, a language barrier is a conceptual barrier to effective communication that occurs when people who speak different languages attempt to communicate with each other. Language barriers to intercultural communication come in two forms, and that's verbal and nonverbal.
That's great.
Yeah.
We should definitely check out some examples of some nonverbal language barriers.
That sounds like a great plan.
Oh,
Let's do it. Let's do that. Hi?
You summoned me?
What?
You signaled for me to come here?
Oh, no, I was just saying hello.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye. I love that segment, don't you, Jane?
Oh, I thought it was just great.
It was great because, you know, it shows a great example of nonverbal communication barriers. Yeah, because I thought I was communicating one thing, you thought it was the other. You know, exactly.
I know. You know what? We should do this. We should check out some verbal barriers.
You should.
And actually, to think of this, my roommate, she is studying abroad from Bosnia. And we should probably just talk to her.
Oh my gosh, that's great. You know what I bet? I bet she's part of the privileged disadvantaged dialect that our textbook talks about.
Right.
Because she's privileged because she gets to study abroad, and that's an awesome thing.
Totally.
But she's disadvantaged because she doesn't know how to speak the language when she first got here.
Totally.
Yeah.
I completely
Let's
agree.
do that.
We
Let's
should
talk
do
to her.
that.
Yeah.
Kad sam se tek presela, mislila sam da ste svi lijepi i fini, ali vi ste stvarno grozni.
New York City author Chelsea Fagan wrote an article claiming 17 reasons Americans should be embarrassed that they only speak English. If you speak French in any New York taxi, you'll often find that the driver is North African, and he will interject with flawless French on top of his English, Arabic, and local dialect. And he will be embarrassed about not speaking Spanish well enough. And people will make judgments on him for having a mild accent. Perhaps the strongest argument out there for learning a second or third language is that there are so many people who are amazing and enriching, but we'll likely never get a chance to interact with them if we don't learn to communicate.
And in breaking news.
Breaking news?
Yes.
What is it?
CBS News stated that in Georgia, advocates say some Latino immigrants get substandard healthcare because they cannot speak English well, and few hospitals have Spanish translators.
Continuing from our segment earlier about Hispanic immigrants, the book discusses linguistic knowledge, which is the awareness of the difficulty of learning a new language, and that it helps us appreciate the extent of the challenge that sojourners and immigrants face in their new cultural context. These examples are interesting and all, but how does this relate to real life, you know? I don't know. I'm so confused.
And today we have a specialist on the job market.
Yes, that's me.
We have Monica Smith.
Hello.
Monica?
Yes. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to talk to you about why learning another language is going to pay off. So,
All right, let's hear it.
Listen to this. The Army, NYPD, the State Department, they can't get enough of workers with this skill.
can't?
You don't know what skill it is yet, do you?
Don't know.
Neither can Fortune 500 companies, hospitals, local courts, and schools. Do you know what it is yet?
What is it?
Fluency in another language.
Get out of town!
Yes, I'm telling you, translators and interpreters are one of the 15 fastest growing occupations in the nation according to the Department of Labor. You know that's legit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and in the last week alone, roughly 12,000 jobs posted on Indeed.com had the word bilingual in them. So you know, these employers are looking to hire bilingual people.
Yes, they are.
And if that wasn't enough incentive,
That's not enough?
that's not, you need something else here, I'll give it to you. AOL Jobs stated that one of the major benefits to being bilingual is that employers are willing to pay the big bucks for bilingual employees. On average, bilingual pay differentials range from 5 to 20% per hour more than the position's base rate, according to salary.com.
Wow.
All right, so we've got a caller here to give give her 2 cents to our discussion tonight. Elizabeth Boyle, are you on the line?
Oh, hi, yes, this is Elizabeth.
Okay, great. Let's hear what you have to say.
I wanted to call in to input my voice. And so I'm actually doing some little bit of research online, and I found that the freshman class entering in 2014 included students from 23 countries. So typically, somebody, when you enter on campus, they are from at least one other country without even knowing it. So I just wanted to give my input of that. I personally experienced that, so that's all I have to say.
All right, well, thank you so much for being with us, and I appreciate your feedback. I'm glad you're an avid watcher, and stay tuned for next week's episode. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Before we leave you tonight, we are going to leave you with a lasting memory quote that you need to take home tonight.
Yes.
Claire?
Here it is. We think it's important to acknowledge our cultural differences so that we can learn from each other and successfully communicate interculturally.
Thank you.
Drive safe.
Yes, have a good one.
Come back next week.
Please.
Yes, go ahead. Interculturally.
Interculturally.
Oh my god.
I actually...
No, you mean verbal barriers.
Oh, Interculturally.
Oh, what are you saying?
Bosnia.
We have to be there when they get it right.
Yes. What is it? CBS News.
Again.
Intercultural.